people are tired. They're sick and tired of incompetent politicians. Nobody knows the politicians, better than me. I think when I get up and speak, I get the biggest crowds. We get standing ovations, and all we do is talk about how great our country could be. And I mean that. Our country has such potential. But if it continues to go on this path, it's going to be almost impossible to bring it back.
All right, joining us now, Daniel Henninger, Deputy Editorial Page Director of the Wall Street Journal, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist and Fox News contributor. Daniel, always great to talk to you, sir. So here we are. The Fox News debate is just 2 days away, and poll after poll, they're out today. They're all out today, and Trump is way ahead in every one of them.
Yeah, he sure is. And I think there's probably a reason for that, Steve. At least in the Wall Street Journal poll that was out today, there had some other interesting numbers that I think are connected to the Trump phenomenon, one of which was that 65% of the people they polled said the country is on the wrong track. You know, anytime you get a polling number that's above 60, man, that's a huge number. And here you've got that many people think the country's gone wrong. More than that, 2/3 of the people they polled want the next president to go in a different direction than Barack Obama. That is a vote of no confidence in this government. So in that environment, it is not that surprising to me that these frustrated and angry people have gravitated, at least a lot of them, towards what appears to be the angriest Republican in the race, Donald Trump.
And you know, aren't these numbers consistent with what we saw in the exit polls after the landslide Republican victory in November, which I think I might have been dreaming. Maybe there really wasn't one because the leadership doesn't act like they just came off one. But isn't it reflective of what was what the public sentiment was then, as it is now? But in between, you've had months and months and months of Republicans doing nothing as well, and I think that's contributed to Donald Trump's success.
I think so, Steve. But I think you have to look at that kind of closely. Barack Obama has just really sucked all the oxygen out of the political air in Washington. He just simply refuses to do business with Congress. In fact, he has diminished the role of Congress in a way that I think has significantly unbalanced the system of checks and balances that the founding fathers set up. He's just kind of made Congress into a nullity. And if, in fact, the Republicans, with the majorities they've got in the Senate and the House, were to pass a piece of legislation that he disagreed with, he will veto it, and they will not be able to overcome that veto because not enough Democrats will go along with them. The result is gridlock and a lot of frustration out there in the country. Absolutely.
All right, let's look at the other side of the ledger of Democrat, Hillary, and not good news, bad news. The NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, her unfavorables are now 48. Her favorable rating is down to 38%. That's a shift from June. 59% of Democrats do support her, but trustworthiness, the whole thing, she's just tanking and has tanked steadily over the months.
Yeah, I know. It's bad. These poor angry Republicans, they think they've got a problem. I mean, the Democratic Party reminds me of that famous Groucho Marx saying when he was stooped over a prostate body, either this man is dead or my watch has stopped. I mean, consider her biggest challenger is a 73-year-old Vermont socialist named Bernie Sanders. And what's the big news in the Democratic Party the past week? Whether 72-year-old Vice President Joe Biden is going to get into the race. This is a party that has some real problems. Hillary is just not getting any elevation. She's not rising. If anything, she's falling. And there's got to be a lot of nervous Democrats out there right now.
And you're writing a piece that's coming out Thursday in the Journal talking about you have a message for Republicans.
Yeah, I'm going to try to suggest to them that things are not as bad for their party as they think, that a lot has been achieved. I mean, they gained seats in the 2010 election, and then in this past election, 2014, all those good Senate candidates, and they were quality Senate candidates, and they won. But more importantly, the Republicans have gained seats at every level of government, state legislatures, governorships. at a level not seen since the 1920s. So there's real momentum there out in the trenches.
Well, I can't wait to read it. And of course, my argument, as I alluded to earlier, and I can't wait to see how you address it in your piece, is that now that they, when they won, they need to do something, even if it results in a veto, as they promised they would in the Senate. All right,
yeah,
Daniel,
time to seal the deal.
Great to talk to you, sir. Thank you.
All right, Steve. Bye-bye.
All right, folks. The Malzberg panel is next with Jessica Tarlov and Ford O'Connell. But first, Newsmax wants to send one lucky couple on a 7-day Silver Sea cruise to the Caribbean this winter. The luxury cruise aboard the Silver Wind is the trip of a lifetime. Now, to win, you need to enter our sweepstakes. To do that, you need to visit newsmax.com/sweepstakes. That's newsmax.com/sweepstakes. Enter the contest, and we wish you the best of luck. We're coming back with the panel.